Hey, what's going on, guys? A bit late today. Trying out some new setup over here. That's why it took a bit longer. This new setup is not visible for you, so just let me know that that you hear me, that the music is not too loud, the standard stuff. Check if someone's already here. Okay, yeah, you guys are already here. Don't forget to like the stream so that some people can potentially stumble on it. Thanks, man. Audio is good. Nice. So running the typical update. Same thing like every time. Mark is red. It's fine. That's fine. It's all good. That's working. How you guys doing? Where are you? Same questions as always in the beginning. Also, are any of you content creators on YouTube? Specifically content creators who also stream? Because YouTube recently announced a live redirect feature, which is basically rates from Twitch. Slightly worse version of it. So at the end of this stream, we're going to try to redirect somewhere, but the way they set it up is basically that I cannot just like grab any stream and redirect. It needs to be, well, either people who allow other people to redirect to them when they're publicly subscribed to me in this case, or there's also like a whitelist. Am I using Scala stream production? Well, yes and no. I mean, depends how what do you mean by in production? Like as dev inside you, yes, and all of my new projects, yes. But my employer, we don't yet, but we would love to. So we go here, and let's start it up. Hi from Brazil, Mr. Colombia. All right, so I am sure that most of you guys are not new here, so you know that we have been rewriting the shopping cart application from the book Practical and Functional Programming in Scala. And we have been rewriting it to a diamond architecture. So we turned pretty much like this thing. Hold up, where did it go? Okay. So we're writing pretty much like this one thing. In fact, we should probably generate it in such a way that it also removes like this. Okay, let's actually do this right now. So I'm gonna go like this, and we're just gonna inject a couple of these here, okay? Okay, so we want what? Big ball of mud, okay? So it's like big ball of mud. Well, actually, big ball of mud is like the only one that we want to keep, right? Okay, so it's the one with IT that I want to remove, right? So basically, maybe we can do like star. Maybe we can do like dot star IT, and then well, like hyphen IT. Oh, actually, we don't need. We can just do like this hyphen IT. Okay, like this. So these two should be gone in a second when I reload this thing. Okay, they're gone, and also the one that is called like tests. Okay, we're not super interested in tests. Okay, so we're gonna do one over here. So we're just gonna do like, well, just test like this. Okay, and it should be gone. Okay. Oh, wow. Now I decided to draw it over here. Tough life. Okay, so we're basically rewriting like a big ball of mud, which is one thing, like one SBT subproject basically. And we want to create multiple so that they'll compile in parallel in the hope that it compiles actually faster. I have a lot of concerns that it actually won't save us too much time because it's a very small application. So each of these is going to be so tiny that it's not going to be worth it. And also, everything comes at a cost, right? So we're actually introducing more code to be compiled, right? Like all of these, like interfaces and things, and also, like in the original version, there's, for example, like a case class somewhere, in this big ball of mud, and there's a JSON codec for it and everything, right? And because we're splitting this whole thing, right, over here, we're going to have this case class, but we don't know which JSON library we're going to use. And so somewhere like over here, we're either going to have yet another case class, which, now we have two things to compile, right? And this case class is going to have a codec, or we're simply going to define the codec over here. In this case, we're going to save us some time. And this is pretty much what we did the last time. Okay, so if we go to like Redis implementation, we ended up having this thing over here. So we had like the user in, from the domain, right? Which is just a case class, which just has like a show, but that's it. Like it only has a show. So we needed to have an encoder for it. And so we decided to just define the encoder over here, okay, so that we can go and do its JSON over here. Okay, in fact, I'm realizing that I forgot to do this. Guys, let me actually know, because I'm never sure, like, is this going to change how things look for you or not? Because it really depends if my encoder is in software and hardware. Like, let me know, like, once I click this button, if things are going to get brighter for you or not. Did things get brighter for you or not? Because for me, everything got brighter. Hey, man. Welcome back. Okay, so as I was just saying, so we decided to just have like these encoders over here instead of defining another case class, which actually does have disadvantages as well. I forgot to mention it yesterday. No change here. Nice. Cool. So I forgot to mention it yesterday. So if you do it like this, I'm sorry, then if you go to user and you rename this to some like full name, right? After you've gone and fixed all of your compilation issues, you have pretty much broken the API, right? Like I don't remember like what is happening with this guy, right? Like in this one, like we're just caching it, so whatever, cache is gonna be ruined for like 30 seconds. But like imagine like if this was some data structure that was like returned by a JSON API, right? So basically a rename somewhere in domain changed what you're returning to your clients. So having like this orphan instance needs to be done very carefully. Like I recommend that, like if you decide to do it like this, then do something like golden testing. I have a video about this, golden testing with Cersei. Basically, it will generate some input data, right? So like property-based testing style, okay? And then it will convert it to JSON. It will take this JSON and it will store it into the file, right? And then it will convert it back. And so whenever you break the API, the file is still going to be there. It was the old version. And so it's going to say like, hey, what's up? Like there's a change. Like, did you do it on purpose? And if you did it on purpose, then you're just going to delete the file and it will be, you rerun the task and then the files will be regenerated again. And then it's all good. But if you didn't introduce the change on purpose, well, then you need to fix the test. Okay, so this one is relatively dangerous. And usually, I would argue that in most cases, you will have a dedicated data structure over here on the, in this JSON layer, because it's simply going to be different from your domain. Like we just had it like today at work, like literally today at work. We have a junior, and she asked like, hey guys, like I'm doing Sangria and I'm trying to like return this ADT, like it doesn't work. And we're like, well, Sangria doesn't do ADTs. And so like the solution is, okay, you have your ADT in the domain, right? And then when you want to return it, well, you just convert it to some flat data structure. And the flattened data structure is usually just a case class with a bunch of options, right? And so you want this separation. You don't want to be constrained by your JSON library or your GraphQL library or whatever in your domain, okay? So we need to come up with a plan of what we're going to do today. And I think what we should do, so one thing that we could do is we could like do this. By the way, I have a plugin. I don't remember how it's called. I basically Googled for like a to-do plugin. Not Google, I searched for like a to-do plugin. And I found one which is I don't have it here, I think. Maybe I installed it only in my other instance. Okay, so let's search for a to-do. Yeah, I think it's this one, to-do tree. Yeah, this one. There we go. Okay, so now we can go like over here and we're going to see flat view. Okay, so we see it like this. Okay, so we have like a bunch of to-dos like in the build, and we have, by the way, is the music too loud? Like to me it sounds a little bit too loud. Like I'm gonna reduce it for me. Let me know if I should reduce it for you. Okay, so basically we see like all of our to-dos, and we have like already 2 to-dos like about removing JSON. We also have another to-do which I don't see here. It's in the has config thing. Okay, so to do like decide if we want to waste some time figuring out how to generate a what do we need? We need a decoder here. How to generate a decoder instead of going through how they called the transfer objects, data transfer objects, DTOs. Okay, so yeah, so this is also like another thing that we could do today. Okay, I think what we should do is we should go over here, which is like the original users auth stuff. And so first of all, we have like 2 algebras in this file, which I didn't notice like back then, because like, you know, the more time we spend like in this code base, like the more familiar I'm getting with it, because it's been a long time since I read this book, and also like this is like a version 2, so a couple of things changed. Okay, so one of the things that I noticed over here is that we actually have a couple of factory methods, right? So we have admin and we have common for users auth, right, for this one, right? And we also have this one, right? So this is like the auth, but there's also like the users auth, which is a little bit weird, right? Which does like find user, and then there's one like for admin and there's one for common. So the difference is, okay, so the difference is that there's like some notion of an admin token, okay, and we're comparing with it. Card blah 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 as admin user. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so this one is not even a find, right? It's just basically, hey, I'm going to give you a token, I'm going to give you a user, can you just compare them, please? So this one is interesting. And we have common, which is like an actual, okay, it's just a lookup in Redis. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing as we did the last time. We're going to pretty much like ignore it, right? So like this users auth, we're going to ignore it. So we're going to concentrate only on auth, and we pretty much already did it, right? So let's just go and see where it's used. So one place is, well, obviously not here. So this is what we don't care about. So there's security, which, okay, is just like an accumulation of them. There's user routes, and I believe like this is the one. I believe like this is the one that we already like copy pasted and stuff, right? I think it's this one. Yeah, which is why it's pinned. So this means that we have like an auth controller, right? Is it this one? Yeah, auth users. Yeah. So this is exactly this auth users. Okay, so we already did this one. So what else? Okay, so again, like where is it used? Okay, and then there's like login routes, and then there's logout routes. Okay, so let's have a look at login routes. So it uses auth. Okay, so let's go and see how. Yeah, like, so this is like one of my question. It's like, why why are these routes like separated? Right? Like we have like an algebra which unites 3 of them. We have routes, and by the way, they all have like the same path, right? Like prefix path auth, prefix path auth, right? So I don't understand why they're separated. Is there some middleware? There doesn't seem to be. There's a login user. I'm going to let's try to steal it. Okay. So what I want to do is I don't want to have like this whole login route. Like, Actually, let me check. Let me check one last thing. Let me check like where it's used, because okay, it's used on only one space. Yeah, like why do we have like 3 different things, right? So I assume that logout routes are also used only here, right? So let's see. So login routes. Okay. Okay. Logout routes. Okay. So I guess the user routes. No, it's also there. Like, what is the point of splitting them? Let's look at logout routes. Like maybe logout routes will give us some answers. Okay, so one thing I see over here, like the logout routes would need like the user's middleware, but we can also solve this. Okay, logout routes. It's also under /auth. So I don't understand why we would do it like this. Okay, so let's just go and grab it. So we're gonna go to login routes. Okay, so I'm going to just take that, yank it, and I'm gonna go to our auth controller. Okay, which is over here. And by the way, it has the same thing was the same issue, like was the codex. Oh no, actually this is a different thing. This is no, like this is fine. This is all fine. Okay, so basically over here, so we have like these routes, and we're gonna go and we're gonna paste it like this. Okay. Okay, because like the method over here, like this login, it is on the same boundary, right? It's over here. So why? You get the idea. All right. So first of all, let's just comment it out, because like a lot of these things are not going to compile. So there's notion of a login user. Let's actually start there, right? So login user. So we're just gonna go and I'm just gonna like search for it. Login user. Okay. User login. Okay. Yep. So login user, go into the controller, going down over here and go like this, and they're also gonna be final. Username param, yes, password param, yeah, exactly. So like this stuff is already there. So why do all of this like jumping around? So what's up over there? Yeah, obviously we cannot just like go like this, but now we can. So we can do this, and now we're going to give it the login like this, right? So this is how we did it. Okay, so we're gonna have like a login, which is gonna be like a similar thing like over here. Okay, so it's gonna be login, and it's gonna be like login user, same thing over here like that, login user. And well, we're going to do something right like this. Okay, and so like this something is going to be like that thing over here. Okay, so pretty much like this thing is gone, like this thing is gone. This thing is going to be boundary, and I call this thing login user, so it's going to be a login user. Okay, so same thing over here. And I think it's going to compile. Let's go and check. Ta-da, first try. Okay, so we have our login. That was fast. So let's go. In fact, like, things probably will go much faster from now because we already created like the build. We're a little bit familiar with the code base. So things are going to go much more smoother, whatever. You get the point. I forgot again where we were. So now we need the logout route, and the logout route is the one that needs a middleware. So this one is going to be a little bit funny because I want to change this relatively substantially. I think I jumped into the wrong one. Logout routes. Yes, this one. Okay. So like over here, it has like this like auth routes off, and like maybe this is why they were like split up. But I'm not convinced here. Like maybe we can try to make it work. So the first thing that we're going to need is like this authentication middleware. Okay, so it comes from HTTP4S. Okay, so let's first like solve this problem. Okay, before we start like copy pasting things. So let me pin this thing. Close all the others. Okay, so let's go to the common user. Do we even have a common user? Maybe we already stole it. Like I don't remember. Okay, so we don't. So it looks like we can just grab it like this. Go to our auth controller. Go to the bottom. Just go like this, and like that. Okay. So not found value show. That's from cats, right? So import cats. Like this, right? Not found new type. Well, what? Okay, hold on. Still not found value show. Hold up. Is it not in cats? Oh, it's Daryl cats. Yeah, Daryl cats. There we go. And okay, that was enough. Okay, so now we have a common user. Okay, so now we can go back over here. And we should be able, like this is the difference that I want to do. Like I want to inject this in the constructor, right? So because like over here, like see how the routes are being constructed. Like most of the time it's just the routes, but sometimes like there is also another middleware that is being injected, and therefore you cannot have like an interface that abstracts over all of the routes, like we did over here. See, like we have this like common interface controller, and it can abstract over routes, but it cannot have like, you know, well maybe you could like have like multiple of them, like one routes, one with parameters, blah blah blah. But it's much easier, I think, and I don't know if it's possible, but I think it should be possible if we just put it in the constructor. Okay, so we're just gonna go like this, and we're gonna go over here like that, right? Just gonna put it over here like this. Okay, so now we have the authentication middleware, assuming that we're going to import it. Okay, so let's also like, why can we not organize the imports? It's all fine. Maybe because we don't use it in this one. Let's go like this real quick. Okay, let's organize now. Oh, why? Okay, that worked. Okay, so it's like this. Okay, so I want to do it like that. This is one of the problems, by the way, that I have with the Scala libraries. Well, it's not just Scala libraries. It's a lot of libraries are like this. Like even though like you have IDE support, like it should not be like this is not the ideal state of affairs. That in one file, which is just responsible for like some HTTP stuff, that you have like all of that stuff. Like for real, like this is too much. Like it could have been like much better if we could just go like import cats underscore, import like derivative underscore. Okay, like this one we should not need. So was that one? Hold up. Really? We have that? Hold up. Hold up. I need to search for this. No, hold on. Okay, I need to find why we have that. Okay, so in any case, like my point was like, if we just had like import cats, import Derival, import like refined, import Cersei, import HTTP, import new type, right? So basically like one import per library. I know that it kind of like throws everything into one scope, but like as a user, it's just such a nice experience, right? Like how many times did we have the situation that I don't know, some codec thingy didn't compile and it was just like an import and we were like guessing. And like everybody's doing this, like everybody's guessing these weird imports with implicits. Any case, this is the end of my rant. So somewhere we should have package refined. What? Okay, dev inside you dot. Like, how is it possible? Okay, let me search for refined. Let me actually search. Well, let me search over here. Where's that stupid button? There we go. Refined, okay. Here. Like, this is so weird, right? Like, we should be, right? So if there is like dev inside you refined, okay, then there should either be somewhere like dev inside you dot refined, right? Like this thing, like this package should exist somewhere, or there should be dev inside you, and then, or maybe there's an object refined. Okay, so this is something that we stole from somewhere. Yeah, I remember. So this is like one of those issues that like in Scala 2, you don't have top level objects, and so you need to have this weirdness. And we cannot have a package object because we're doing this like this thing, because like the problem is that we have a dev inside you package. You can have it only once, like somewhere at the top of a Shopee package object, same thing. Okay, in any case, but this problem is now solved. So let's go to a controller and let's throw out this print line, because otherwise we're going to forget it. Okay, so what we wanted to do is we wanted to go and grab, and I pinned it this time, grab this logout thing. Okay, so let's go and grab this logout. So for now we're gonna do without authentication. So just like let's just make it compile first. Okay, so it's basically like this. Okay, I don't know why it's called AR. Why is it called AR all of a sudden? Is it because it's like authentication headers or something? Okay. As user. Okay, hold up. What is this as thing? Is it like the typical? It cannot be this typical map thing. So give it a request. Okay, and then maybe interesting. Okay, I'm still not 100% sure on what it does, but let's see. Authentication headers like that. Like this is not boundary. Okay, found auth request required a regular request. Okay, so now this is like where we were. Okay, so like this is the issue, and this is probably why the algebra is like separated. But I want to figure out a way to do this in one. Okay, so the thing is that like this pattern match is now like wrapped in this, and this like changes the type to like authenticated routes. I'm not sure if this is necessary because probably Authenticator Routes extends, like it's an Authenticator request, which is a context request, which has a request. Let me try something. Okay, so if I delete to the equal sign. Oh. Okay, hold up. So we need so auth needs, okay, so hold up. So if I go like common user F like this, and we delete to equal sign like this. Okay, and then now it is still auth routes. So it's still auth routes because how is it like auth? Like where does it start? It's here, option of token, no content, blah blah blah. Is it because of this as user thing? Right, it's probably this as thing. Yeah, so the as thing, it wants an auth request even though it doesn't use it. I know it does over here. Why does it say that it's not used? Weird. How does it even work? Like, where's this users thing? Okay, so this is sort of like ripping out. Okay, so it's probably because of this. Okay, so because it knows like this auth thing, it wants partial function from authenticator request to response. Into the participant, blah, 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 of course, blah, blah. Some response and option T, whenever it's defined, option T, no, okay. Okay, this is an interesting DSL, by the way. Okay, so now we do like a traverse with underscore, so we're like throwing out some stuff. But then in the end over here, we're giving it to the router. Right, so there should be a way like what? Like, is there some yeah, this is a solution, right? So this thing turns it back into the routes. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, so all we need to do is we need to go and so we need to do this, right? Like yank until the end, and we need to like paste it over here, right? Like this. Okay, and now we need to wrap it into the authentication middleware. Authentication middleware, like this. And so this will turn it back into the normal route. No, it will turn it into multiple routes. Which is fine because we can combine multiple routes together. So okay, which is fine. Okay, so what we can do is we can say, so we can like kind of like we can close this thing, okay, and then we can use like, I believe it was like this, right? And then we can sort of start again, right? Routes of F, right? And then do this like that, something like this. Yes, no, very close. It's not a member of. Okay, so probably we would need to like do something like that. A lot of hacking. Like it's always like in the beginning there's like a lot of hacking, and then we'll see. Okay, so like this is how the routes are combined, right? So probably, yeah, so this authentication middleware now needs to be here, right? Like this, like that. Okay. So we're getting close. Okay, found authenticator request, require the regular request. Okay. Oh, the whole thing. Okay, so it's the other way around. Okay, so basically, like this thing goes here, and we don't need one of these. Okay, getting there. Type mismatch. Found. Okay, so this is that thing that we had like our own like JWT token, and this is not a big deal because we can just go and do JWT token of token.value or something like this, and it's gonna start like here. It's all ugly and stuff, but did it not start? Hold on, logout wants what? Okay, logout wants a token. Okay, so it's not here, it's here. No. What did I do? B needs to be here. All right, it compiles. Cool. So ugly. Yeah, so we can do like this, like open routes, dense, and like versus like our routes. So basically the same way as like he did over here, you know, like he collected like all the open routes and he collected like all the admin routes, but like they're all HTTP routes. So in the end, like what does he do with them, right? So okay, so he does want to have them separately. So okay, but he only wants them separately because he wants like another router. Okay, so he wants to put like the admin routes under admin. That is not a bad idea. So this is why he separated them. Okay. So there's something like routes empty or something like this, right? So what I'm thinking about doing is basically going like this, right? Like into the I don't want to do that either. So like this is our thing, right? Like this routes thing. Okay, so we just said like, hey, give me routes, and we could also do something like this, you know, like admin routes, right? Because the type is the same, right? So it would end up where were we? Right, the type is the same, right? So at some point, like there's like two different kinds of routes, like the open routes and the admin routes. So we might as well say that our controller should either do this, like routes and admin routes, or you know, put them in a case class, you know, and basically return both of them, right? Something like this. Yeah, thank you. Right, like something like this, you know, or put them in a case class. Just so that we can put them in a different router and put them under /admin. Or we can like repeat ourselves all the time, and like put another router over here. How does it work, by the way, again, with the... Oh, so the router can have like multiple things. Yeah. Yeah, so basically we did not even need to do that, right? We could have just done like a comma here, right? And then this would have been like another router, you know, for /admin, right? Like this. Like that. One. Okay, this is this one. This is that one. No. Okay, hold up. Like that, right? So like one like this, and then comma. Why is it not like here? I want to do this thing, right? Router of this, right? Okay, so this is gonna be like that, something like this. This is that one, and this is like that one. Man, this is ugly. Okay, like this. Yeah, I think, man, I think like we're having again like a huge desync. Okay, so I'm gonna say a number, and then once you hear this number, type it. Okay, hold up, I'm gonna time this thing. So if we're gonna go to like clock, timer, stopwatch. Okay, so let's actually do it like this. Okay, so when you hear the number, you type that number. 5. Type 5 when you hear it. Wow, okay, 15 seconds. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. I showed this last time, right? Like we had, like there's a setting here, over here, which is set to like ultra low latency, but somehow it gets like this huge desync. Anyway, like this part should be fine now. Like maybe there's like some Scala. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Semicolon expected. Oh, I think I know why. It's because of this. One of those Scala weirdnesses. Yeah, so it's like this. Okay. So now we need to fix this one. Okay. So like so here we kind of have like many choices, right? We can do this, but like this is error prone because, you know, the next guy who's creating like another route, he's not going to he might forget that it's under admin. And also I'm noticing that, yeah, okay, so there are no routes here. Okay, so the next guy who does this, you know, like creates another controller with like a similar structure, he might forget to do this. Okay, or she. So I'm leaning towards I don't know. It's like if we go as a case class, then I mean I constantly have to oh Nate, I didn't see your comment. What do you mean you weren't live? Oh, you typed it like later? Yeah, no worries. Okay, so like I constantly have to like battle with this idea, or was this not idea, but like was this Like, what should I do? You know, because like in a real application, I would not do it like this. But this is not a real application. Like, we know that it's not going to grow or whatever, right? It's already, it's a fixed application. We're just rewriting it. So in our case, this would be fine. So in our case, I will actually go and introduce something like a, no, like this is what we're gonna do. Okay, so I decided. Okay, so like this is bullshit. Okay, so we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna go. In fact, we actually could. Yeah, so in fact over here we actually could return return this thing back into the def. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. I think it's going to, yeah, like this is exactly what we're gonna do. Okay. Are we though? Because there's a type here. What is this thing? Common user, just value user. Okay. Like, do we ever have anything else? Okay. Okay, so later we're also gonna have like a user's middleware. Okay. But they are pretty much the same. Right. So there's a, yeah, whatever. Like this is interesting. Okay, so I'm actually noticing right now that this one uses the user's middleware, not the admin middleware. So logout routes are actually part of the open routes. Okay, so we're introducing a bug anyway. Sort of. Right, like, so this thing should still be under auth. Right, it's still the same thing. And by the way, now I don't know what the router will do, if it will merge them or not, probably not. So what I wanted to do was to have like a thing here. So basically, should we try to abstract over the middleware? Because here's the thing, like this controller with the routes, like this is an HTTP thing, even though it's ours, it's specifically for HTTP. So there's like no issue with going and trying to abstract over the middleware, right? Because look over here, we go like, okay, this is an authentication middleware of F and some type, right? And over here, we have like two of them, but I'm sure that they, right? So this is the authentication of F and the common user, and this is of an F and an admin user, okay? So basically, we can say over here, right? So we're gonna have, so instead of having like routes and open routes and admin routes, we're gonna have routes and auth routes, okay? So we're gonna grab this thing, okay? And well, there's an issue with this as well, right? So if we do like this, whoa, okay. So if we do something like this, auth routes, okay, and like this is some type A, right? Well, where, like if we leave it on the method, we won't be able to implement it because we need to know what it is. And so we need to put it here. But now once we reach the control that we'll have, so basically now we're saying that there can only be one middleware for this particular route, which is also not what we want, because maybe one day we'll have a controller that will have the authentication middleware for the users and also for the admins. Probably not a good idea to put them all in the same thing. How the router looks like. This is an HTTP router, so this is how it looks like. It just gets like a bunch of things. and goes here, which looks, I don't know, somehow to me it looks more complicated than I thought it would look like, because it basically it uses like a bunch of like internal machinery just to prepend the route to the existing routes, right? So it has to like fold over them. Yeah, there's a fold. Yeah, obviously. Okay. Yeah, so I'm concerned about this design. So I don't like this. So I choose to hard code it. Right? So instead of auth routes, we're going to have user routes, and we're going to have admin routes. Like probably like somebody who knows HTTPS better, like maybe we could abstract it even further, but I don't want to waste any more time. So this is going to be auth user routes. And therefore, like we're not going to have this, we're not going to have that, like this. And so this is now going to be a common user. And like one of the issues with the common users that now we need to like lift it up. Okay. So we're going to have this, and now we need to go over here and we need to grab the common user. Oh, and we cannot have top level things, and it's a new type. So where am I going to put it? Well, I'm going to put it over here. So it's going to be an object controller like this. Okay, and so the common user, I'm going to delete it from here, and I'm going to paste them over here. And so now we're going to need like a bunch of imports, and this one as well, and this one as well. Was it the right one? Get syntax show. No, that was not the right one. We want this one. This one. Okay. Oh, and now we need to use. Oh man. Okay, let's see. Like this is one of those things where I'm like regretting that I did not commit it first. Where is user? Okay, we kind of got lucky over here that the user is not. Okay, user ID is an auth. Username is an auth. No, I don't want to move everything up. Like one of the advantages of this, of like doing things like this, is that it will prevent you from doing things like what I'm doing right now, right? So it will say, oh, now you need to like move too much, and then you're gonna go, oh, I don't want to move too much, and so it's gonna prevent you from shooting yourself in the foot. Okay. All right. So we're going to do something a little bit weird, but I don't want to waste any more time on this. Okay. So this is going to be a common user now. Like this. Problem solved. Okay. And so now we can return, well, we can just undo over here, right? Come on. Right, so we can just undo over here so that the common user is now here. We can go like this and remove that and remove all of that. Come on. Okay, remove this like this. Okay, so we're gonna have it like this now. Okay, which means over here, go away. Oh, actually, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make it less weird, right? So we're going to do what we did in the beginning, right? So we're just gonna do like this. Problem solved. in fact, now, well, so now it doesn't need to be user routes. No, it needs to be user routes. Well, no, now it can be open routes. Okay, so it's auth open routes. It's not necessarily auth, right? It's like routes with middleware. Okay, so yeah, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. These are going to be the open routes. These are going to be the admin routes. Okay, I decided. Okay, so this is now open routes. Open routes. Okay, and this is going to be now admin routes. Admin routes. Okay, so this thing goes bye bye over here. Okay, and this over here is going to be like this. Too much. Like this. What do you think? I think it's better. I think it's better. The only thing is that now we need to do something like default, right? And I'm sure that HTTP routes has something like a default. Right, there's like an empty route or something like this. HTTP routes dot empty, yeah, for sure. Okay, but for this we're gonna need an applicative, right? Okay, fine, whatever. So we're gonna need like at least an applicative from. Oh no, we're in Scala too. Yeah, I don't want to do or not found. Is that gonna fix it for me? It's not gonna fix it for me. Like, or I cannot just put an or not found over here. Oh, okay. So, like, I wanted to do like this, right? Like HTTP routes.empty, right? But I need an applicative for that. So, I don't want to do like an option of route because that's weird. Oh man. So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna go with like some OO stuff like this, you know, basically like open. Totally saved you from that one. Let's go like this for now. I'm not 100% sure if in the end I will be happy with this, but for now it's going to be fine. And so this way, like once we have controllers, we will be able to decide if it's you know, like our controller is like both, right? It's like a full controller. It has like well, no, our controller is not both. Our controller is just an open controller. Okay, and by the way, I kind of prefer to go like this. No, that's gonna shoot me in the foot, right? Because we're gonna have like a thing called controller as well. Yeah, let's not do that. Okay. So like over here, we only have like this is an oh, you guys forgot to tell me. Like, don't you remember? Like, this was not like we realized that this was actually not an admin route. Because this is a common user. Okay, so this is a route that needs a middleware, but it's still not an admin route. Okay, so this is why we'll go over here and we're gonna say, well, it's an open controller. Okay, and therefore it's gonna say, well, what the hell is admin routes? Right, and so we'll need to go and do that thing that we did in the very beginning where it just said like this time I don't want to do it like in a hacky way. So I'm gonna go like private, well, it's gonna go like this. So I'm just gonna say that this is like regular routes, right? And it's gonna be like that stuff, just without this thing, okay? So now we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna change it to routes. No, they're all under off. Okay, so for now, just real quick, hold up. Yeah, it's a tuples of mappings. So what does it do as mappings? Sort by default, account prefix routes, blah blah. Okay, so for now, like maybe it's gonna break things, but we're gonna do this, right? Auth routes, like this. Okay, so this is now going to be auth routes, and it's a private, and I'm gonna go like this. Like that. Okay, so like this is probably a bug, like probably it will not merge them. And like I don't know HTTP for us, like from the top of my head to know if it will actually merge them or not. But it's not a big deal because we're just gonna like put them like this, like list of routes and auth routes, and we're going to maybe there's actually a monoid for all of them. Let's see if we can do this. There isn't. Okay, so oh, maybe hold on. Okay, so maybe there's sum all? No. Combine all option? Isn't there like, I don't want to, like basically I don't want to do, basically like I don't want to, oh come on. Do you guys know HTTP for us? Like I don't want to do this, right? Like I want like some semi-groupal thing to do this for me, right? Right, like what combinator can do this for me? Like this reduce, right? Like the things that like this reduce like throws an exception if the list is empty, but in this case I know that the list is not empty, you know? So I want to go like this, right? And so therefore I would assume that there would be something like there needs to be something that says, you know, just throw them all together. Like there's the one with the, what the hell is that? Sum. Like I really wish that I could search. I could search by, like by signature instead of just by names. Zip all? No? No. Concat? No. You know what we're gonna do? So last time on Saturday, I don't know if you guys were here. Is anyone still here anyway? Yeah, 5 people. Okay. Don't forget to hit the like button. So if you were here on last Saturday, we played around with GitHub Search. And in fact, this weekend, a video is going to come out about GitHub Search. So I want to try something. So it's in a closed beta. You just need to apply. You go to CS, which stands for code search, .github.com, and you just apply, and you know you're gonna get accepted like in a day. So what I want to do is I want to try to find. So I'll say like some like owner type level repo. Well, no, we're just gonna do like owner type level, and I want to search for. Not def, but like everywhere where like this thing is used. Okay. Okay, so this is like a semi-group K thing. Okay. And so now I would want to find an implicit instance of something, right? Like an implicit instance of. Okay, so there's combine. Like first of all, like this is a. Maybe there's combine K. Can we do like combine K? So like combine all is like actually what I would want, right? But there's no monoid, so I'm looking for something that does not require a monoid, but just like a semi-group, which is like this, right? Combine all option, but it's going to give me an option. Like what am I going to do with an option? Just like .get. I want something that understands that this list is not empty, right? I mean, we can do this. Like I'm sure that this one like would. No, it can't even find this one. Like there's no. Do we have like, yeah, we have cat syntax hole, right? So there's no semi-group for HTTP routes. Is there something like HTTP4S implicits or something like this? Is there like, and by the way, again, we're messing around with imports, right? Syntax. Okay. Like what is inside of syntax? Header ops. HTTP routes ops. Like this is something that I would be like curious in, you know? Okay, so translate. Huh. Okay, maybe there's also something like implicits. There is. Okay, so nobody decided, like nobody was like, hey, I'm just gonna go and define a semi-group for. All right, enough time wasted. So we're gonna do reduce. Reduce. Oh, there is a reduce. Okay, so there is a reduce. So all I need to do is I need to define a semi-group for HTTP routes, which should have been defined in cats, and then it would do exactly what I want, what I need. Let's go and try this real quick. Implicit lazy val semi-group for HTTP routes. Okay, so it will require an F, therefore it cannot be a lazy val, so it needs to be a def. Like this. Okay, so I should probably go like this. Okay, so this is going to be a semi-group for HTTP routes of F, like this, and it's going to be a new semi. Oh, I know why. I think I know why. I'm not sure. Hold on. Yes, like that thing, and yeah, this needs to be a higher kinded type. Okay. All right, like this, and obviously you combine them exactly like even like the thing. What's the thing? The GitHub Copilot even auto-completed it. Okay, so it cannot do this, and I'm pretty sure that like this thing is inside of this HTTP4S DSL. Okay, so pretty much what it tells us is that we need to take this thing and we need to move it like here, right? And therefore, like we need to like remove the F. Okay, so and therefore, like this thing now compiles, and by the way, because like Scala has like sem types, so sem type, what is it called? Sem type extension, sem type expansion, sem type expansion. Okay, so because like a semi group happens to only have like one method, right? It's called a single abstract method. There's only one, right? Like all the other ones are concrete. Yeah. This is why we needed to implement only one. We should be able, like, instead of all of this, we should be able to just go like underscore this thing, underscore, right? Instead of doing like this whole thing. Yeah, it compiles. Okay. And now that the F is like over here, right? We can make a lazy val out of it. Okay. And now we can call it something like S. And like this one line, please tell me why is this one line not inside of, it could even be like this, right? Why is this thing like not inside of HTTP4S DSL? Like why is it not there? Right? Like one line and it would make this library so much better. All right. How long have I been streaming? 1 hour 14. Oh, damn. We started really, really late. Okay. So first of all, we're kind of done with this thing, right? So yeah, so we ended up with like this design for the future. We'll see if we're gonna stay with it or not. Okay, so I wanna like grip it for now, and I wanna see how easy it is to define like our own HTTP4S DSL. So most of it comes like from here. Yeah, so we should be able to define our own HTTP4S DSL, or maybe there's something like something that we can mix in. Maybe there's something that we can mix in. Like maybe there's like a Wiz HTTP4S DSL method ops. What is that? What is that? Yeah, that's not that. I thought maybe there's like a cats thing, like that we would go with some sort of like cake pattern thingy. Anyway, so I want to have traits our own HTTP4S DSL for some F. Yes, that. That's exactly what I want. Okay, like this. Okay, and I just want to like grab this thing and like put it in there and go like this. Okay, and we cannot do this. Why can we not do this? So we need more than just. So what do we need to make? I don't get it. That thing probably requires something, right? Yeah. By the way, this thing is called combine K. So we might as well call it combine K. But why can we not have this thing? So let's go like this. Oh. It's like this, right? Yeah. So it's the same thing, okay? And so combine K. I don't see, okay, type class instance, which is type class type. Wait, what? Semigroup K. How does the semigroup K play into this thing? I don't see it. Because if I go here, it doesn't say that it needs a semigroup K, but somehow like what if we go like this, and we'll say that we'll need a semigroup K for what? For F? No, it's not for F. It was a lower G. All right. Anyway, this was a nice try, which is exactly why I did this GWIP thing. So it's all gone now. Okay. But, you know, we did learn something, which is that this thing is called combine K. Was it C? Come on, was it C? Okay. Yeah, I really don't know why. Why it wouldn't compile like that. Like the only difference is that we know more about this F. This is the only difference. But okay, like I'm sure there's a way to make this work. Which is why I think it should have been part of the thing of HTTP for us. All right, so let's see. So this is now day 7. Oh, 59 minutes ago we did a work in progress. I forgot about it. What was it? Oh yeah, it was a login. Okay. So what do we have now? Okay, we just have that. Okay, so let's like throw it out. And so we have day 6. Okay, so this is gonna be day 7. Okay. So I'm like, as always, I'm trying to do like 2 hours. Okay, so it's been 1 hour and 20 minutes. So we still have 40 minutes to go. Okay, cool. So We have several options to do. So like one thing that we can do is we can go to the to-do thing, okay? And do, hold on, why is this red? Oh, something somewhere doesn't compile. Hold up. Oh yeah, so this controller now not only needs the boundary, it also needs this authentication middleware. This one, okay? So let's grab it and just go here, put it like this. And we gotta go here, 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 here. Authentication middleware is authentication middleware. Is it like this? Like that? All right. Wait, what? We cannot see common user. Why? Common user is here. Okay, so we're receiving an indication that this cannot be here. So how high did Gabriel have it? Right, so for him, the common user was just like somewhere like really high in users. Yeah, so we can do the same. So we can go grab it and just like cut it out. And we have like somewhere package object auth. Yeah, which is over here. Oh no, I should not have done this. No, this is not mine. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Delete it from here. Save this one. Core source Shopee. There was a package object somewhere here. Yeah, this one. So we gotta have it here. There we go. Save this one, save that one. And therefore DI now compiles. Except for the fact that something weird is going on. Found an open controller, required a controller. Well, yeah, so this one is going to be just an open controller. All right. All problems are solved now. There is an info somewhere, which is here. Like this. Okay, let's throw it in there. Okay, so we have a choice. We can either go and do something about this JSON thing, right? Which is probably what we're gonna do. Like I'm leaning towards doing that. Maybe also doing that. Like something inside me wants to figure out like how to do that. But if you extend a derive, then there has to be an instance. Oh, I think I know how. Yeah, like both of them are new types. So I think I know how. I think we need to do this derive thing. Let's try. So I'm just gonna steal like this thing. And where the hell was it? Here. Okay. So I'm just gonna go like this. And we're gonna say that this is a config decoder for this, and well, I'm gonna yank to the equal sign. Well, I don't need to, right? Because I just need to do like this and say deriving, and then just hope for the best. Config decoder for what? Okay, so A to B, so string to that thing. Okay, so like that. Okay, then can we now do like config decoder dot instance? Only new type instances can be derived. Yeah, like I believe like this is what we were messing around with, because oh, this is not a new type. Why is this not a new type? Oh, this is probably our issue, because I forgot to put a new type on it and I didn't notice during this other stream. I didn't notice. Okay, so yes, that's the issue. It's a new type. Okay. So where is it? It's here. So now it needs to travel into the package object over here. And now it's a new type like this. And so it needs to disappear from here. And now over here, this thing should now work. It is a new type. Come on, now it's a new type. Don't do me like that. I cannot jump in. Okay, maybe this is now time to recompile the workspace. And also ask what SBT thinks about this. Like, this is the thing, like since the dawn of the package objects, there's an ongoing war between package objects and Zinc, which is the incremental compiler. Like, whenever you change something in the package objects, or you do something like nasty like we just did, or basically deleted this name from the class path, and at the same time we added it in, so now it's somewhere else. So now we're messing around with caches and stuff. So I'm gonna do it like this for now, and I'm gonna go like here, and I'm gonna do a clean compile. In the meantime, let's go and see how many of you guys are here, which I still haven't figured out how to do properly. A couple. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't before. All right. So okay, yeah, we don't care about the test, but whatever. Test compile. Okay, so this should take like 1 minute. So do you have any questions? We could chat about something else while it does this boring stuff. Mr. Barnabas Ola, if you're still here, I did not know that you can retract your messages. That's cool. I don't even know if Twitch can do it. Can Twitch do that? Can Twitch retract messages? All right, so compiled. So we're going to try this, and we're going to see what SBT thinks. Okay, so SBT agrees, but now I don't know why, right? Because like first of all, like it says like that it cannot jump in there. So like this is problematic. This is problematic. Sometimes it's solved by doing some like reopening the file. No. Like I need to at least be able to like jump in there, because it's like it's here now, right? So also like did we have here? So this one at least had a show. Like maybe a show is required. Oh, thanks. And so it's 2 a.m. Hold on. Let me guess where you are. So 2 a.m. Here it's almost what? It's 9. Okay, so you must be in Europe. So you must be like in Germany or France, somewhere like that. Germany or France. Your name is not German or French, so maybe you're in Denmark or some stuff like that. If this is your real name. Maybe Spain or Italy or something like that. I'm gonna go with Spain. Are you in Spain? Let me know. And if not, just tell me where you are, because I'm not gonna keep guessing. Hungarian, live in Barcelona. Yes, Barcelona. Yes, there we go. Okay, so this counts. This counts. It counts. Fabio. Okay, so I guess you're Italian. No, it can't be Italian, because that would be 2 a.m. for you. That would be 2 a.m. for you, right? If you were in Italy, wouldn't it? Yeah, I have no idea why there's such a huge delay, but it doesn't really matter, because I think it's because of the bandwidth, and so next week I'm gonna be in a new place, and over there I have much better internet. So yeah. $5:30 a.m. So you're like what? 8 hours ahead of where I am, and I am in Brazil. So you must be it's not Australia yet, is it? Like, are you in Australia? Australia would be like 10 hours, I think, or 11. You must be somewhere like in Asia. You must be somewhere in Asia. I'm gonna go with Japan. I'm gonna go with Japan. India, so close. Yeah, your name does not sound Japanese. I should have read your name. Yeah. Anyway, so I realized that we should at least have the show. Like I feel like show is like shooting us in the foot, right? So we should at least have the show. Let's have a show, people. Okay, and so now in this like has config thing, it still didn't help. I'm so worried that I cannot jump into it though. Okay. Only new types instances can be derived. It is a new type instance. I feel like there's something with the type going on. All right. Maybe this issue is the ID of A. Let's like just like randomly guess like this. Is the cat's ID? Because like we cannot really trust this error message because the error message says it's only for new types and it is a new type. Okay, so we're seeing this, right? Basically because we're calling instance and says, well, only new types. I feel like we should not be calling instance. What else can we call on this thing? Well, we can call new type. Right, so if you don't remember, like the issue that we're trying to solve here is, and also like we're not gonna spend like too much time here, is that like I want to be able to go like this. Yeah, for sure. Everything can cause a problem. So basically, we want a config decoder from string to JWT access token key config. Right, and I'm trying to like derive it instead of like typing it manually. And we should, by the way, we should probably just go like we're making the same mistakes as always. We're not reading the documentation. So we should go GitHub Scala Cyrus. No, not Cyrus. Cyrus. Cyrus or Cirrus, I don't know. Here. It's a weird hit, but okay. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so configurations, decoders. I feel like we clicked into that thing at some point. When decoding using as a matching config decoder instance has to be the lab provides instances for many common types, but it can also write an instance. This is a weird pattern. I only have a hunch why people do this. It's probably because it doesn't generate like a copy method and stuff like this. Okay, so if we go like this, I'm sure that we can like end up with something, right? But I don't want to do this. I want to derive it. I think the last time we tried to do something like this. Let's try this for like a minute. Okay, so first of all, we don't need this. Probably not. Let's go check. Well, we have this, right? And we have these ones. let's do this. I don't know if it's how it should help. Oh no. No. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't think that this is gonna get us anywhere. So we should try like with this thing. And again, like it's very, it's really not important. By the way, I have no idea how it works here with those strings. Like what is there some reflection? Type name. Wow. This is crazy. This is crazy. Gonna jump in there. So it was what, a secret? Uh-huh. Map option, map either. I guess maybe we should just go with a map. B2C. Yeah. It's gonna give me a config decoder of A to C. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Oh no, B2C, A to C. Hold on. What? Is it like the other way around? What? Okay, so this one doesn't even need a string, right? It's like this. All right. So we kind of solved it, right? But like, why could we not like derive it? Yeah, whatever. Like, it should not be so complicated to freaking derive it. Right. And so now we can go like this, right? And it's fine. And now we can do the same thing for the password. Just like that thing, and find J like that, like that. I did it wrong because I needed a password solved. Let's just type it out. Password solved. Like this. Like that. And that's it. So now we don't need these guys. And I don't even know which way is better. Okay, so now they're used. And I have no idea why we couldn't derive it. Blah, blah, blah. But whatever. So now we can remove that crap. And by the way, I'm still not happy with how this thing looks like. It looks terrible. Okay, we got like 14 minutes left, so I'm gonna commit it. And yeah, so I'm gonna shove it into the last commit like this. And I also want I want to close it and I want to like regenerate the whole project, right? So I have an alias for bloop. So I just want to do this, you know, just to be sure, because I think Metals got confused at some point because it couldn't like jump into places. So yeah. Wake up. There you go. Import build. While it does that, we can talk a little bit. So I think like that JSON thing that is left to do, I think it's not a big deal to do it, but I'm not sure if I want to do it. So the problem there is that we have Redis, and we did it in such a way that Redis needs to have a dependency on some JSON library just to convert some case class into JSON and then into a string. So I want cascade compile. I want the Redis to not know any of that stuff. I want the you know, the boundary. What is happening? There you go. Like sometimes the Vim plugin doesn't work. So I want the boundary, which at some point does this, right? Like this thing, it says that we're still compiling a big ball of mud. Compiling tests. Come on, show me the type. Why can you not show me the type? Like you can jump in there, but you cannot show me the type. Let's reload you. I don't like you anymore. Okay, what is happening? Something weird is happening. There you go. Index incomplete, blah, blah, blah. Okay, show me the type. Okay, show me this type. Show me this type. Show me this type. Okay, hold up. Why? The joys of live streaming. And now I decided to compile the tests. Beautiful. Anyhow, okay, so we cannot see the types, whatever. So, like the set user in Redis, it wants a user, but like the only thing that it does with it, right? Okay, so I cannot, hold on. I can't even go to the implementation, like why? Like something is really weird and broken and I don't know what's up. How the hell is it called? Well, let's just compile the core. Oh, that's cool. Compiling. So basically Metals tells me, you're done for today. I don't want to work today anymore. Let me just close it, right? So we're not gonna restart it. Okay, so nothing is running. Okay. So we're just gonna go like this. Nice and easy. Not touching anything. Just like load normally and work. What the hell? See, like this is like one of those things that I thought would happen. Okay. So let's see, maybe now. Come on. Okay, it's still indexing. That's not fair. Okay, we need to wait until it finishes indexing. Okay, indexing complete. It's weird, like it can jump to places, but it cannot like show me things. I cannot go to definition. Doctor, give me the news. Everything is fine except for some build files because what? Diagnostics and debugging for SBT are not supported currently. Okay. Diagnostics, debugging. Okay, that's fine. That's only like the build files. Everything should work. What up? Chris, any chance you're here? You're awake? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to fix it. Well, not the blueprint metals. We're just gonna try to. How many of you guys are here? Four. Okay, so we're going to try to change it like super fast. Okay, so what I want to do over here is something like this. I want to say key, okay, and I want to say gate create key out of this user, right? So I'm gonna go like this, okay, and like this. Okay, so this is what I want. All right, so I'm gonna call it 2key. Create key, 2key, 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 make key, make key. Yeah. So I'm gonna give it the user. It's gonna give me the key, and the key is just a string. And set user in Redis is going to receive a string. Okay. So our code is committed. Okay, which means that if we don't make it in 5 minutes, I'm gonna leave it like this, and I'm gonna fix it some other time. Okay, so we're just gonna fix like this for this one method. Okay, so why did it start compiling core just now? Well, it's because I made a change. Okay, but like how? Anyhow, oh man, I cannot go there. Okay, so we're doing it old school. So like this thing now is going to receive a, well, it's still going to be a user, right? But it's going to be, well, no, well, yeah, it's still going to be a user, but it's just going to be a string, which is now weird because like Gabriel went with all of the, you know, fancy types everywhere, and we're abandoning it and we're just going with strings. So ideally we would have a new type. Let's do with a string for now, and then we'll fix it. Okay. And so now we need make key, which is going to receive a user. Okay. So make key is going to be defined on well, because it's called make key, technically it's like a Redis thing. Maybe it's not a Redis thing. Whatever. I'm going to call it very horribly. I'm just going to call it JSON. Well, technically, doesn't it? Okay. Key maker. For now, it's just going to be key maker. Okay. This is interesting. Yes, make key, but it's not going to be key. It's going to be... Maybe we should have called it make user key. Should have called it like make user key. Make user key. And we would give it like the user, right? And it would give us a string, which is going to be a new type at some point. Okay, like this. So it's like make user key, which is like that. And yes, so over here, this is now a string. And over here we have, let's put it down. Let's put it down like this. Okay, so this is going to be like Wiz key maker for F, and this collapse everything. Yes, exactly. So same thing over here. So this is going to be key maker, key make, and we're going to go like this, and that's going to be like key maker. Yes. Like this. Okay, and just so we're gonna like put it down. Not so much down, like here. Okay, and by the way, like all of these should be overrides. Okay. And this one as well. Okay, which means like the boundary compiles, you know, the gate compiles. And we probably have 2 hours at this point. Yeah, we almost have 2 hours. What is my schedule for streaming? I'm sorry, like your message probably arrived before I didn't see it. I only recently started streaming relatively consistently, and I didn't even know if I like. Here's the thing: I really want to stream all the time. Like I think streaming is something that, first of all, very like a lot of fun for me. Like whenever I watch or whenever I stream, it's very enjoyable. And I also really like interacting with you guys because you can like it's so hard to teach on YouTube because you never know who's watching. But here, if I say something that you don't understand, you can ask questions. So I would love to stream all the time. In fact, I would love to do YouTube full time and then stream even more. As of right now, I cannot commit to a schedule. But we're going to finish this project. Like I really want to finish this project. And so I will try as hard as I can until this project is finished to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I'm in Brazil, so for me, it's always going to be in the evenings. So I'll try to do like from 7 to 9. But today I started like super late, and therefore, yeah. But yeah, in any case, we did 2 hours. So I'm going to try to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from 7 to 9 Brazilian time. And then in the future we'll see. Okay, so we're going to leave it like this because like at least the core compiles. Obviously, if we run like a cascade compile, now DI is not going to compile, right? So okay, first of all, Redis implementation. So we're gonna fix this real quick because like this is the thing now, right? So now this is just a string, right? And so now we can just go like this, right? So this was the whole point, so that we don't have to have like these codecs and like because like this thing is now unused, right? And this is like what we have been messing around with all the time, right? So now like all of this stuff like is just not required here. Okay, we still need like this thing, right? We just move it, okay? And so now like the only thing that doesn't go is the I, right? Because it's now it needs the key maker. Come on. See, by the way, the reason I always forget these commas is because why can I not do this? Let's do null. So the reason why I cannot, like, I always forget these commas is that usually my Scala FMT is configured in such a way that I always have trailing commas. Like my code always looks like this, right? See how it disappeared? Like I usually do it that it stays. So it's fine like this because now like the whole thing files, right? And so we'll finish this JSON tomorrow. So like for now, we just did like this, right? Yeah, okay, so I'm also gonna go and say that we need a new type over there real quick. Use new type instead of string, like this. Maybe even not empty string, like this. By the way, I have a video about new types. You might want to check it out. And in Scala 3, they already exist anyway. So we don't need to use like these libraries anymore. I really hope that like, I don't know, maybe a year from now, the majority of the macro-based libraries are going to move to Scala 3. There is already like, I don't want to say alternative to Chimney because it's a guy who did it like because he loves Chimney, you know, and he was like, I'm just going to create like an alternative. I want to play around with it. In any case, I am falling asleep over here. So we're going to shove this into day 7 and we're going to push it and we're going to have a look real quick. Where is the commits? By the way, may the 4th be with you. Happy Star Wars Day. I'm really happy with how this thing looks like, the controller for the thing. Yeah. By the way, we didn't really save on much code over here, right? Actually, maybe this is an issue. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, we actually don't need to do this anymore, right? Like this is what? What? How? Because I did .secret, right? Like this, right? I didn't understand the secret part, the secret thing. Password sold. Okay, and so now this is where we actually finally see the gains, right? Because we can throw out this whole thing and we can just say config.apply. Okay, so now we actually do see the benefit, and maybe even like this. Yeah. So now like this is way better. Okay. So that didn't happen. So again, like diamonds and commits and day 7 and Where was it? Yeah. Okay. So this is now much better, right? Like this is why we did it, because like this whole ugliness went away and we just like parsing two environment variables and a hard-coded value and just like shoving them into a case class. This is much better now. Cool. So one cool thing, YouTube released live redirects, which is basically raids, but like they released a worse version. So I will try to redirect somewhere, but I'm like almost 100% sure that there's like nowhere I can redirect you to, because the way they did it is that I cannot just redirect you to like a random stream. I can only redirect you to people who allowed me to like redirect you to, right? So over here, like if somebody would be live streaming right now, let's say Daniel from Rock to JVM, let's say he would be streaming and he would allow people who are publicly subscribed to him to redirect their viewers to him, then he would appear here. But I'm pretty sure that I'm the only person on the entire planet right now who streams Scala on YouTube, right? Because apart from me, like Chris sometimes streams on Twitch. Kit pretty much never. He used to stream on Twitch. I talked to him. He might start streaming on YouTube. Kit Langton from Zio. Because for now, like Adam Fraser and him, they just record Zoom calls, right? So they don't stream anywhere. So yeah, so I cannot redirect you anywhere. So we're just gonna wrap this up like that, and I'm just gonna end the stream. So I know that there's a 30-second delay, so I'm gonna wait a little bit because maybe you have questions. I don't know. So yeah, so I'm just gonna wait around here for a bit. I'm gonna cancel that. Bye, thanks for showing up, and hopefully see you on Friday. Let's see how long the song goes. Yeah, so we're gonna stay until the end of the song. And do like this. Turning into a clown now. And yeah, like hopefully starting from hi, you're coming at the very end. And hopefully like starting from the next week, we're not gonna have such a huge delay because my internet is gonna be better. All right, peace.